Good evening, everybody. I'm Otis, and I'm going to be demonstrating to you how to make your very own homemade pom-pom. The end product should look something like this. Okay, so what you'll need is 1 or more balls of wool, a pen or a pencil. I'm personally using a pen because it's much easier to see on the video. Scissors, I've got 2 pairs because one of them is for fabric and that'll be much easier at the end. 2 different sizes of circles. I recommend a glass and a penny. 2 pennies, sorry. And a piece of cardboard to make your circles with at the start. Okay, so step 1. You need to get your circle, or your glass rather, and outline a circle on a piece of cardboard. After this, you need to make a smaller circle, roughly in the middle. Doesn't need to be exact, doesn't really matter. Once you've done this, you simply need to cut out your circle. You do need to cut out 2, but I have one pre-prepared. Okay, so once you've cut out the bigger circle for the outer rim, you just simply need to make a hole in the middle, near the edge. So you can just kind of stab it with your scissors, like I did there, and you can't really see it. Put this little hole there. What if I just made it a little bit bigger there? There you see there's a little hole on the edge. Alright, so then you just need to cut out the inner circle. Okay, so these are some I made earlier to make it much quicker. And so you can see that I've got 2. You'd need 2 if you have not made 2. Go back and make another. And you definitely, so for this step, you definitely need to make sure that you have both of them stacked up, okay? If they're not stacked up, then it won't work properly, and you'll only have one. So you need to get your wool, and you need to make a nice big amount of it. So I tend to just wrap it around my fingers quite loosely, until I think I've got enough. So it doesn't take a lot to do one layer, but I'm going to get possibly a bit more than I need, because it's better to have more than less, so you don't have to stop it halfway through. Alright, so once you've done this bit, if you can get it off your fingers, like I am struggling with here. Okay, I've got it off. Then you need to wrap it around both of your cardboard discs. And you need to overlap this bit so that it doesn't come undone. As you can see here, I've gone over the first bit of wool there to make sure that it doesn't come loose. I'm not doing this very well, am I? Yeah, just gonna go over it. I can save it as much as I want, depends whether I can actually do it now. And once that bit's done, it should be quite easy. You just need to keep on wrapping. Okay, so once you finish your first layer of wrapping, this is what your layer should look like. It's hard to believe this will become a pom-pom, but it will. And so now I'm going to go on to my second layer of wrapping, which you can choose a different colour. I chose a nice turquoise. It doesn't really look that turquoise on the video, but believe me, it's definitely turquoise, okay? Okay, so I've just finished doing my second layer in the other colour, and I really like it. You can be a bit more relaxed with the second layer, it doesn't have to be completely covered. And I'm now going to go on to my third layer, and I'm going to be going back to doing some more orange. Okay, so I've finished another layer. It's not quite done as much because I kind of want it to fade out. But at this stage, the next layer is probably going to be my last layer. Okay, so I've completed my final layer, and as you can see, the hole is completely filled. Now, the next step I need to do is I need to grab my scissors, and I need to just cut around, all the way around. So as you can see here, going in from the side, trying to find the gap in the middle too. Try and cut a little bit of it first. As you're cutting, you need to make sure that you stay in between the cardboard discs, because otherwise you could go off and your pom-pom could look a bit weird, because it would have some ends that are further out than others, and it just doesn't end well. So just at some points it does get quite tough if you cut a bit wrong at the start, because then you start cutting the cardboard as well, and when you've got 2 layers of cardboard, and I've got I think 3 layers here of thick wool, it's not really that easy. But if you have done it wrong, just try and go back or go from a different side. like I did over there, and you can just start somewhere else if you need to. I don't personally like starting somewhere else because it's like doing the first bit of this again, and I don't really like doing the first bit of this. It's not that easy, it's quite actually difficult. But as you can see, I'm almost done cutting. This is definitely not my best example. I've done far better and done ones that are far quicker. But so you'll end up with something that looks a bit like this. Okay, it's got like some little dots on it all over the place. Right, but this is not the bit where you cut off the cardboard. Okay, and this is the bit where you get a bit of string, and you can choose what colour it is. So I've decided to go for this nice yellow, well, yellowy green, not really yellowy green actually, cactus green, and I've pre-cut a bit of it earlier, so I can just wrap it round, and that's exactly what you do. You try to get your string in between the two layers of cardboard, like I'm trying to do here. Ooh, yeah, look at that, it's gone in. Alright, so once you've done that bit, you just need to make sure that it wraps all the way around, so you need to open up your cardboard occasionally, wrap it round, and you'll occasionally find some bits like this bit here, you can see, but that haven't been cut properly. So all you need to do is just get your scissors and trim the ends of it, and there you go, there you have it. And you just have to wrap that round, turn around, as you can see I'm doing here, tie it here. I'll just demonstrate that once I've finished tying this bit. Okay, so now that that bit's tied, I'll demonstrate what you need to do next. You need to grab your scissors, which as you can see, that's one bit of it done, and almost the second bit done, as you can just see there. Second of it. Done. And there you have it. If it's not very shaped, you can shape it, you can shake it around a little bit. And if there are long bits like this here, you can either just pull them out, or you can trim them. There you have it. Your final product should be the pom-pom. Now, you can leave these longer bits and tie them together to make it hanging like that. Or you can just completely trim those off and just make it into a smaller pom-pom, like this. Just a normal pom-pom with no other bits in it. And I don't know if you can see really that well, but there, right there, there are two little yellowy green bits. But this has been fun, but now it's time to go. So you can see all the different sizes here that I've made myself, and you can make them of all different sizes at home with different colours, and hopefully you enjoy making them and you try to make some in your spare time. Thank you for watching.